Welcome back to Noir Alley. I'm your host, Eddie Muller. Today's film is from 1949, the high water year for the rising tide of noir in Hollywood. It's Impact, starring Brian Donlevy, Ella Raines, and Helen Walker. It's not, however, from one of the 8 major studios that were knocking out noir at a prodigious pace that year, as many as 8 to 10 titles each. Impact was released through United Artists, but it was made by an outfit called Cardinal Pictures, an independent production company created by the Popkin brothers, Harry and Leo, who thrived in the margins of the movie business during the 40s and 50s. The brothers Popkin were East Coasters who made their first mark in show business as exhibitors, opening a string of movie theaters and burlesque houses in Southern California. During the 30s, Harry Popkin was also a boxing promoter, but he eventually lost his license when a matchmaker in his employ paid a fighter to take a dive. That's when the Popkins made a quick career change and began producing movies for African-American audiences, partnering with actor and writer Ralph Cooper, who was known to black radio listeners nationwide as the host of Amateur Night at the Apollo. The Popkins' 1938 production, The Duke is Tops, later renamed Bronze Venus, co-starred Cooper and 20-year-old Lena Horne in her first screen role. The Popkins produced 11 black cast movies before financing a major mainstream production, 1945's And Then There Were None, based on a famous novel by Agatha Christie that, ironically, was initially published in England under the most racist title ever. The film was a hit, and from then on, the brothers worked hard to maintain big league status, hiring well-known stars, ones either on the rise or on the wane. Kirk Douglas, Lorraine Day, Mickey Rooney, Robert Young, Edmund O'Brien, Ray Milland, they all worked with the Popkins. And being the noir era, most of the films were crime dramas. Which brings us to today's movie. It's based on an original story by Jay Draitler, who'd written some major noir titles for 20th Century Fox, Laura, The Dark Corner, and Call Northside 777. He'd also written a book called The Pitfall, made into a terrific film in 1948 by Dick Powell and Andre Dutoth. Draitler's story for Impact has a little bit of everything, but it's mainly a cross between Double Indemnity and the 1947 Warner Brothers drama Nora Prentice. Like that film, much of the action takes place in San Francisco. To direct, the Popkins hired freelancer Arthur Lubin, who hadn't made a picture in a couple of years. He shot the film entirely on location in the Bay Area. The second act takes place in the fictional town of Larkspur, Idaho, but it was actually filmed in Larkspur, California, just north of San Francisco in Marin County. Brian Donlevy had been a major star in the 30s, but by the late 40s, he was mostly playing second leads and character parts. In true noir fashion, his character in Impact, Walt Williams, is caught between 2 women. His duplicitous wife, Irene, played with icy disdain by Helen Walker, and guardian angel, Marcia, played by Ella Raines. A small but pivotal role is played by Chinese-American star Anna May Wong, her first screen appearance in 7 years. And the most unlikely cop you will ever see in a film noir is 72-year-old Charles Coburn, playing a part that would typically have gone to Regis Toomey or Sheldon Leonard. Impact's screenplay is by Dorothy Davenport, written under her married name, Dorothy Reed. Lots more to say about her after we navigate the many twists and turns of this plot. Enjoy the unusual title sequence, but don't for a second believe that what they're selling is the actual definition of impact.